As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First play, Wilson wants to throw it. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off the game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Touchdown! Russell Gage, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans use the early. On the board first here in this one. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. They got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Myers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Illegal forward pass.
So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Myers. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this deep.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety back.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Copy Rangers.
On play action, they'll throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Back to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Wilson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Eckler now between the tackles. And some room to run now. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. This will go to Henry out wide. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got Smith here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 7-7, our score after 1. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he will have a Titans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. The Titans at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And Henry's hit. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once more, here's Eckler. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now Wilson on first down. And a loose football. And that might be Titan football. It is. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And brought in downfield by Burks. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them to the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Flushed out right. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2nd and 4. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Come on. Hit.
They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Burks again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Across the formation, Burks has it.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Fighting to stick, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Jacoby Myers in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached half, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to have the hook up, and it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that is not the way you want it. And now, as with every potential turnover, look at this.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Back to throw here. Open man is Myers. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
They'll try to shake off the cobwebs from the interception he threw on the previous drive that led to the field goal, as now they're dealing with a little bit bigger of a deficit. 1st and 10.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
103 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A little juke. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's got it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Wilson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And now the kick is blocked. Does the big boy have the juice? But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Wilson.
And this is caught by Watkins.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Up the middle with Eckler, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw.
Into the hands of Singletary.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
one close ball game comes.